Hey everyone, it's your buddy Crypto Prophet back with another live stream. Hopefully you guys are doing well today. Obviously the crypto markets are doing very well. So I do want to look over our community portfolio. Obviously we did a poll on it, and I basically said we will be doing I clicked, there we go. We will be doing a 1K community challenge. Pick the coin you would like us to invest in first. It must be on Coinbase. This will ensure we are being beginner friendly. This will allow us also to trade from coin to coin with little fees as well. We will be buying at 2 p.m. tomorrow. And keep in mind that we will be choosing the coins you guys basically vote for. So here we have first place in the polls will receive 50% of the portfolio, second place 30%, and third place would be 20%. We had a very close race between Anchor and Polygon. Obviously, Cardano and Decentraland kind of took first and second by themselves pretty easily. I was going through here and taking a look at some of the comments. Obviously, a lot of you guys wanted me to take a look at Harmony One. Unfortunately, I can't get Harmony One on Coinbase, can't get Holo on Coinbase. There's a lot of basic coins on Coinbase, nothing too crazy out there. Allogrand is one I could have looked at. BPro, obviously one we can't do on Coinbase as well. And then I saw a lot of THETAs at the very bottom here, I believe. Yeah, if we go down here, we see a bunch of THETAs. Obviously, I love THETA. There's definitely a lot of potential behind THETA. Ikami, another one I like. But yeah, unfortunately, those aren't going to be on Coinbase, so we had to give you guys, I gave you 5 options this time around, and we're going to talk about today, where we want these coins to go next. Where are we looking to put these coins into? Where do we think we're going to make the most profit as a community? Obviously, if we continue to make a lot of money on this, I do think, if we somehow make it through trading as a community and make a lot of money, like I said, we will definitely be doing some giveaways with this, $1,000 we started with. So it'll actually end up benefiting you guys right on back. If we actually take a look at the portfolio, so I did add in a little over $1,000. I did add at $1,000 originally. However, I wanted to add $100 of Polygon. So we did add a little bit over $100 of Polygon just because that was the 4th in the pool, and it was not by much behind Anchor, so I wanted to make sure we gave you guys that voted for Polygon something to look at as well. So we did get the Cardano $500, Decentraland $305, Anchor we're at $202, and Polygon we're at $120. I bought these or converted these pretty much right before the live stream. If you see the recent transactions on the right, I did have a little bit of money on this account. I pretty much emptied the account and then threw in about $1,100 on the account. So we'll see how far we can take this. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of hurdles in the way. If we try to trade, we're going to have to talk to you guys first and make sure we're doing good trades. Obviously, we're not going to always be able to buy the dip and sell high because we're going to have to do, it's going to be very interesting how we work this. I'm still working on the fundamentals on how we're going to go about trading for different, or converting, I guess, to different coins. But it should be a very interesting series. I hope you guys. Thank you, Daniel, for saying you love the channel. I've been working pretty hard on the channel itself. I do love the channel as well, so I'm definitely trying to grow the community as you guys are awesome and make the channel how it is. THETA is awesome. Randislav, I actually do love THETA. Unfortunately, it's just not on Coinbase. VERA or BPro? BPro is probably one of those coins that I see a bigger future in. I don't actually know. Let's see here. Let's look up BPro or not BPro, but let's look up VERA for you real quickly. And then we'll get back to this community portfolio and talk more about that. So, Veracity is definitely one we've talked about a little bit on stream before at the very least. It's one that I see a lot of potential in. You see in the last 24 hours, we do see that 20% increase. If we go to the last week, we're going to see a 72% increase. So if you get in Veracity now, you're looking at buying a lot of green candles here. And if you don't know what that means, basically you're buying at a very high peak and, a very big increase. And that's always something a little bit sketchy about doing stuff like that because it will always have a dip, so you might as well wait for the dip. BPro, on the other hand, you're seeing in the last 24 hours, we see a 9% decrease. I think BPro is still at a price point that we're going to regret not buying more of in the future. I think if we go look at the last week alone, we're seeing a lot of potentials to jump in at these dips. If you see, we have a dip here at about March 29th, which obviously yesterday at 11:30 a.m. it was at 0.093. 0.0193, and you see a lot of potential dips here in BPro. So if you can find a good dip in Veracity, there's there's nothing wrong with buying in on Veracity, but if you can find a good dip in BPro as well, I would suggest whatever you think you're buying a better dip in. Obviously, remember guys, I am not a financial advisor. I'll never give financial advice. Always do your own research. A lot of people are stuck on THETA. They just love THETA, and I agree with that. BPro is stuck at the moment. Bots trading heavily back and forth. Mark, I would agree with that. I would say that BPro is kind of stuck. I think it will break out. It's just a matter of time. However, yeah, it might take a couple weeks to a month or so, just because there are a lot of bots trading on BPro because they see the volume is fairly low, the market cap's fairly low. There's a lot of movement involved with BPro right now, so that could definitely be a potential buy here if you're trying to get a good money. So you have 421K BPros. That is awesome, Mark. Hopefully it continues to show us that what it's made of. Obviously, like you said, it is a little bit stuck right now in its ways. But let's go back to the portfolio real quickly, and then we'll look at some more questions here at the end of the stream. I just want to talk a little bit more about our community portfolio, since this is what the stream is all about. So we do have $500 of Cardano. If you guys weren't here, I did buy these off stream, and I also bought $120 of Polygon because Polygon was the fourth. If we go to the pools, it was fourth, and I didn't say anything about the fourth, but I wanted to add an extra $100 of just throwing in Polygon in there. So we will do some more polls on what we want to do with each and every coin. Obviously, we have 500 Cardano, 300 Decentraland, 200 Anchor, and then about 120 of Polygon. These prices have all went up a little bit recently, actually, because I did have just 500 flat, I believe, on Cardano, 300 flat on Decentraland, and Anchor was definitely 200 flat as well. So looking very good so far. $5 from Glenn, or is it Glenn or Gian? I couldn't read your name. It was so small print. Thank you so much for the donation. Bro, do you have any good suggestions for coins on Voyager? It's kind of limited. Thanks. Yeah, Voyager is definitely limited. It's kind of the same thing as, unfortunately, Coinbase, where they have a limited number of tokens. What you can do, if you want to experiment, you could always, get a wallet, transfer your money to the wallet, and then, from there, I do actually have a KuCoin tutorial as well on this channel, so you could always transfer your money over to KuCoin and then try to get one of those coins if you wanted. It has things like BPro and THETA. A lot of the most popular coins are on KuCoin, so you could definitely try that if you wanted. Or you could also use Uniswap. It just has a high fee, high fee behind it, but you could definitely use some other exchanges. They're not really that hard to use, and it's good practice so that you can get ahead of the curve when you find a coin you really want to jump into. It's not going to always be on, Voyager or Coinbase or Binance. It's not going to be an easy find. Most of the times you're going to have to go and use KuCoin or Uniswap or PancakeSwap. So definitely try those out. If you want a shorter or smaller fee than Uniswap, I would suggest PancakeSwap right now. It's definitely better at this moment for fees. Then KuCoin is also I like KuCoin a lot. So I've used KuCoin quite a bit. But yeah, PancakeSwap is definitely the better option if you could get away with PancakeSwap instead of Uniswap. However, I have to look at Voyager's coins again. If you wanted me to do that, let me know in Discord. I will message you back and try to look through Voyager's coins and see if there's any big potential coins there, because I don't use Voyager too much, actually. Let's see what else we got. So a lot of AMI talk. Yeah, I wish we had some STMX. STMX is on Voyager. Kyle, if STMX is on Voyager, that's a pretty good buy as well. If you can buy a dip there, buying STMX is definitely going to be a fairly safe. I think STMX is going to continue on the rise throughout the rest of 2021 for sure. What is a good platform to trade on most options wise? So 3D, if you actually go into my description of this video, I don't know if this video is actually going to have it, but maybe go to a previous video, a more recent video, and you can actually go to the description and you can join Coinbase with my referral code. You can also join, I think Voyager's on there, and I think Crypto.com's on there. And you can also have all of those exchanges as well, like KuCoin and Uniswap and what else is there? PancakeSwap, and there's so many different exchanges now that you can really do whatever you want with the money once you have it in your wallet, once you get a wallet. The easiest way to do it, I figure, for new people is to use a Coinbase. Coinbase to a Coinbase wallet is definitely, it's by far the easiest way to do it. It's very noob friendly, so obviously you can advance from there and try different things, but that definitely seems to be the easiest way to do it right now. Do you think AMI will go to $1? If yes and no, why? Thank you for the donation. Let's check out AMI real quickly and see where we're at. I think AMI is a very big coin. Obviously, right now, I think that'd be a 100x. Yeah, so that'd be a 100x. I think AMI could get there. It's just going to be quite a while if it does. I think AMI is going to do a lot of big things, but I think a lot of people right now understand the potential behind AMI and are already buying it for that reason. A lot of people understand that they may have Pokemon. I think it was confirmed that, don't take me 100% on this, that they have Pokemon, the NFL, and a bunch of other, maybe Marvel, I believe as well. A bunch of good collectibles basically coming to AMI's VV app very soon. I think this is definitely going to be one that continues to rise. However, $100 is quite a ways away, so I wouldn't say $100. Definitely not within this year. However, or not sorry, not $100, $1 not within this year. However, AMI definitely has a chance at making its way to, I would say, 25 cents by the end of this year for sure. I think a 20 to 25x is possible. I wouldn't say it's probable, but with how crazy people are with collecting right now throughout this coronavirus, I think it'll continue on after the coronavirus is over. A lot of people are going to stay involved in collecting things, and I think a lot of people like the idea of having rare items and such. So I think AMI will continue on the rise. Nikita, thank you for the donation. It doesn't look like you said anything in your donation, so thank you so much for the donation. Hopefully you're just having a good time on the stream today. We usually don't do streams during the day, but I could definitely start doing some daily streams if you guys really do appreciate them. I didn't know if we would have very many viewers on I guess 2 p.m. Eastern time during the day, but it looks like you guys are tuning in, so maybe we'll do some more streams during the day in the future. But let's go back to the portfolio while we look at some of this chat. I'll try to read. So this is our current community portfolio, guys, right now. We actually are up right now. Since the beginning of the stream, for sure, we've gone up a little bit in Anchor, we've gone up a little bit in Decentraland, and Cardano's up about $1 too. If you guys have any suggestions on what you guys want to do with Coinbase, definitely suggest them in the comments or in the comments of the live stream, so I can read them out, and maybe we can talk about what we want to do next with our money. Do we want to invest or split anything into another coin? Do we think Ethereum is going to continue up, or do you think it's going to plummet a little bit? As obviously we have Cardano as well. Is Chainlink's obviously an option that we could do. I think that's one that we could see some big gains on Chainlink. I think Uniswap as well. I think that will increase over time. Scale is another one we talk a lot about. We did have 5% wanting Scale on the portfolio as well. Nikita, looks like you sent me another donation. Thank you so much for the donation. If you would let me know if you have anything you want me to take a look at, I really do appreciate the donations. I'm just not seeing any chat below it, so I'm not sure if you're trying to ask something or not, or if you're just being that kind and throwing me donations. Thank you. I appreciate it very much. Looks like a lot of people are talking about OGN, unless that's the same person. No, that's a couple people talking about OGN. We can talk about OGN. Buy the dip. Yeah, buying the dip is obviously one of the most... Well, if you can get used to the skill itself, it's going to help you a lot. Just finding dips and finding potential in coins. You don't always have to invest in the same coin. If you believe in like 3 or 4 coins, you don't have to invest in those 3 or 4 coins every time. You can jump out of your comfort zone a little bit, find these dips, and then if you find a coin that has a dip, then research it. If it looks like it's got a good price chart, you think it's going to rise back up. Because of past experiences or the current pattern on the price chart itself, you can always do the research after you find a good price chart, or you can do the opposite. But I would definitely suggest changing it up every once in a while, see if you can find something different out there. But yeah, we do have a lot of OGN, so let's take a look at OGN. So Origin Protocol. A lot of people are talking about Origin Protocol. So right now we are at that $1.81, a 4.75% increase in the last 24 hours. If we go to the last week alone, we do see that massive 106% increase. This is why a lot of people have been talking about OGN recently, because this increase has been pretty substantial, and it's been just gradual over time as well. In this last week, it's been pretty solid since March 27th, which isn't too long ago at all. If we go to the last month, we do see that 546% increase as well. So everybody that's gotten in this month has pretty much made money on OGN. We do see a very big dip right now. I would maybe ride this dip out a little bit longer. If we see it go to a stabilization, that is where you could buy in, expecting it to stabilize for a little bit longer and then increase. Obviously, if it continues to dip, I would wait until you see it stabilize for a few hours and maybe see if it is on its way back up or it's continuing to drop, because this could easily drop back down to maybe $1.50. Obviously, we saw it, make this little hump and then just this gradual increase all the way up here. So I think this could be a good buy. Origin's definitely one that has long-term potential. I think we will make a video on OGN in the future most likely. So if you are interested in that, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Make sure you guys hit the like button as well. We do have 234 viewers, but we have 39 likes. So if you guys want to like the video or like the live stream, I would appreciate it. Let's go back to the portfolio, and we'll just leave it here while we take a look at the comments, and hopefully I can respond to a few of you. Looks like a lot of you guys are talking about Cody. So yeah, we do have I think we did just talk about Cody actually on the channel. Wink is another one we talk about on the channel quite a bit. Yeah, we can take a look at Cody. Let's take a look at Cody. So Cody is definitely one we've taken a look at. Let's go to the last 24 hours. We do see some good increase. The last week we did see a 13% decrease. Let's check this last month. So last month is where we saw the huge increase. I was wondering where we saw the huge increase. I haven't been staying on top of Cody just recently. I haven't done too much research on it, so I wouldn't give you a great price prediction here right now, but I will take a look and just see if there's any kind of trends we can see involved with Cody. So in the last month, we did see it go from about 24 cents to that 57-cent range, and now we saw a large dip and now stabilization, hopefully, into another impossible. This definitely looks like a possible increase coming. Obviously, we saw this, minor hump here. You could definitely see Cody doing bigger things without, through April, I definitely see Cody, increasing in price. But I would have to look a little bit more into Cody before I give you any price predictions specifically. But Cody definitely does look pretty good. I did look at Ami KK. It looks very good. I think Ami is one of those, like I said, if it really does have, what they said about Pokemon and NFL and Marvel and all of those coming to it, I think collectibles are going to continue to boom throughout this rest of this year. I don't know when collectibles will kind of die down, but right now, collecting, whether it's certain games or magazines or cards, it's a very big hype, popular thing. Obviously, NFTs involved, and Ami is a big NFT collections. Basically, VV app is booming. Hop over a fence, try not to spam. I'm going to have to time you out for just a second there. Harmony is one that we did have a couple people looking at, so I will take a look at it, but I thought I got you, but there it goes. Just took a second. Let's take a look at Harmony. Harmony is one that we actually do like a lot on this channel. We have covered it quite a bit in pretty good detail. So in the last 24 hours, we see that 5% decrease. In the last week alone, we saw about a 20 to 21% increase, which is pretty solid. In the last month, we saw that 620% increase. So very solid increase in the last month alone. We saw a lot of increases and obviously stabilizations right after, and it doesn't seem like we've seen much of a correction yet. Right now, we're kind of seeing, mini corrections on the stabilizations. However, these dips aren't enough to say that these are. I would say these aren't really corrections. These are very small corrections that are happening very quickly. So I do see Harmony maybe making a small correction before it goes up yet again. I think Harmony will end up being a 30 to 40 cent coin by the end of April for sure. It has potential for much, much more, and I think Harmony is going to be one of those coins we continue to cover on this channel because it is very, very, very high potential behind it. I do like Harmony 1 a lot, and you guys seem to like Harmony 1 a lot as well. It's fairly obvious to why you would want to cover Harmony 1 because, like I said, a lot of potential behind it. Nikita, there you are. Any opinion about FMG? Project launched a week ago. 5 million market cap, I'm assuming you said. Their gallery, fmg.art, looks dope. Partnerships with great NFT artists. Okay, so let's take a look at FMG real quickly. So Nikita, I haven't actually looked into FMG very much at all, so I won't give you a great price prediction or anything like that, but I will take a look at it and give you my honest thoughts without obviously any bias there, so that's good. So if we go to the last week, we obviously don't see the market cap on Coinbase or circulating supply. We're just going to base it on what you said, though. So we do see that 5.2 million in the last 24 hours, so a lot of people are already investing in FMG. So there could be high potential behind this. So if we go to the last year, we do see that, March 22nd looks like it was the first time we got a price, and it's kind of decreased since then, and it's kind of leveled out. If we go to the last week, though, we can see that there is potential behind this because obviously it's stabilizing now at about that 0.56, 0.55 range. So we're seeing, the actual price people are willing to pay for this coin at the moment. It started off, it looks like a little high, a lot of hype surrounding it. But I'm sure it will get back up to that tip point right there if that all-time high. If what you said is true, I think FMG is definitely going to be a big deal if they really are that gallery with great partnerships with NFT artists. Let's take a look at actually what FMG is. If I just type in FMG coin, let's see if we can actually find their website. I don't know if I'm going to get that lucky here, but Flamingo. I don't think this is it. This isn't. I don't think it's Flamingo, is it? It might be FM. No, it's FM Gallery. I didn't think so. Okay, the FM Gallery, and that's not it either. So we'll take a look if we go to FM Gallery. I spelled gallery wrong, but is it wa.art? That might be it. Let's check it out. Theta is awesome. Yeah, Theta is awesome. We will talk about Theta here in just a second, but we definitely want to take a look at Nikita's donation for us. She donated, and we want to take a look at FM Gallery. Can't remember the name. FM Gallery is a blockchain-based distribution platform for NFT artworks. We strive to empower the world of arts and fashion with our innovative art fragments and DAO-powered fan communities. Collaborating with top artists, galleries, and auction houses, we'll continue to release physical and virtual crypto artworks on our blockchain. Okay, so I do like the idea behind this, and there seems to be drops, which I always love the idea of drops. Everyone likes the idea of legendary pack, rare pack. So they're doing it the right way, I think, for sure. The idea behind this, legendary, rare, and then common pack, and then you have that chance of pulling something crazy. You have a chance of, just getting something average as well. So they do like this RNG type, luck-based gambling aspect of, picking a legendary pack, rare pack, or common pack. So I do like this a lot. I think this website kind of shows that it does have more potential than maybe originally thought. I think the idea of drops is also a great way to go about it. If we go to the mining, it does look like you can connect for mining already, which is pretty cool as well. If we go to the home, let's see if there's anything else we should be looking at here on FM Gallery. Art fragments disrupt the traditional art markets. Each artwork divided into fragments, one store behind each fragment. Redeem physical artworks with NFT artworks. Each fragment is one NFT. Collect all the fragments for complete artwork. So yeah, this is a pretty cool idea. I think this could be very big. Let's go back to the actual price chart. So if we are looking at the price chart, I'm a little bit more amused by it now that I've taken a look at their website and understood what they're trying to do. I think FMG, because of their, it looks like a fairly solid vision. I would obviously have to do a lot more research before I give you any kind of price prediction or advice on this one, which I'll never give advice. Remember, I am not a financial advisor. So remember to always do your own research. However, if I look at the last month, we do see a stabilization around this 50-cent mark just recently. It even has, it's been around for 7 days. So it's doing fairly good right now as stabilizing. If we see it stabilize here for a little bit longer, I could see this as a very good buy-in point. I would wait a little bit as we saw this huge dip. I think we could see another dip first. But if we stabilize out for, I would say, another day or two or even 3 days, just to see if, give it some time to really see if it can withstand itself up there. Obviously, 5.2 million in the last 24 hours. So a lot of people already see the potential behind this coin. So it's very interesting. I think FM Gallery is a good look. Thank you for bringing that to my attention, Nikita. I do like the way FM Gallery is looking right now. Looks like we do have 282 viewers. If you guys want to all hit the like button, I would really appreciate it. We're about at 77 likes right now. So you guys are doing a great job there. Let's go back to the portfolio again and see what our portfolio is looking like. So not much movement right now. Obviously, Cardano is going to be one of those we're going to have to hold long term. If you guys want to stay in Cardano with the community portfolio, that is what we're going to have to do. We have Decentraland as well at that $302.71. Decentraland is at a fairly good price right now, I believe. Let's go over to Decentraland. It's at $1.11. I think we could see another dip coming, unfortunately. However, I think Decentraland will over time go up as well. We do see it at a fairly good spot, and it's kind of stabilizing out. So Decentraland could continue to do good things. If we go back as well, let's take a look at maybe Polygon's one we haven't looked at too much recently. So let's take a look at Polygon. We will be doing some more videos on Polygon. This is one that we haven't covered enough on this channel because I really do like what Polygon is doing. In the last 24 hours, we saw that huge 10%. Did it say 10%? It did at one point. About 5% decrease in the last 24 hours. We saw in the last week, though, however, about 8% increase. We're actually buying Polygon at a decent price right now, I think. I think Polygon's just kind of stabling out, and I think there will be another increase like this coming in the future. We may dip first. However, I think, like I said, Polygon we bought at a pretty good price for the community portfolio. If you guys don't know, the community portfolio, we are going to, if we continue this on and we actually get to maybe 10K or maybe every I'd say maybe every 5K, we will throw in maybe a $500 to $1,000 giveaway of just either Ethereum or Cardano, or what I guess we could throw in whatever kind of coin we want, $500 or $1,000 worth, based on our progress. If we continue in the right direction, obviously this could go horribly, and we could do a very good, bad job as a community trying to make money off this portfolio. However, it's an experiment, and we'll see how we do. Thank you for the 100 likes, guys. We did get to that 100 likes as it continues to go up, 101. Thank you so much for all of these awesome likes. And we are now at about 300 concurrent viewers. I cannot say thank you enough. Holo is hot. Yeah, Holo is actually killing it. Let's take a look at Holo. Since you haven't been spamming it, we'll definitely take a look at what Holo has done for us, or hot. Hot is definitely doing big things. Obviously, we talked about this one on the channel quite a bit. In the last 24 hours, we do see quite an increase. We see it right now at about 0.0187, about 47%. If we go to the last week span, we do see that 155.87%. I do think Holo will continue on this streak. I think we will obviously see a dip coming up at some point. You cannot go on a streak like this usually without some sort of dip coming. So I definitely think Holo will, come with a dip here in a little bit. However, if we go to the last month alone, it's looking good. We've got a gradual increase here. It's looking fairly nice. I think Holo, it's definitely going to be a long-term coin. It's one of those coins you definitely want to take a look at. If you haven't already, maybe put it on your watch list, because a dip is coming, and when this dip comes, you're going to be able to buy in on Holo at a pretty good rate. I think the dip is going to be very nice for a lot of people. Obviously, you guys holding, you could ride this out. It could continue up. It won't ride too much higher up, I don't believe, before we see a short-term dip down to about a point, maybe 1.5. It won't go much lower than that, in my opinion. We would be seeing quite a dip if it even went down to that low. I don't think it'll even go that low, but Holo is one of those, like I said, if you find a dip, I think this is going to be maybe your last chance at getting in at a decent rate, because this next dip could be pretty large, but we are continuing to increase on Holo, so it could continue on. It may not even do a dip. If we look at this last week span, we saw that it did have a small dip here, but there's no real big dips after that. We saw it go from about that 2 cent range to about 0.0187. So that's not too bad to see right there. So I think Holo, like I said, going to do big things. Oh, no problem. Let's see, Hedera hash. We haven't talked about Hashgraph much at all. That's one that I need to look more into, because I know we have a lot of people that want to take a look at Hashgraph, but it's just not one I have done much research on. So we can take a look at the actual graph itself. But remember, guys, when I tell you I haven't done much research on it, I'm not making a video on it, so I really don't know much on the coin itself. I know a lot more about the price charts and where I think the prices are going than I do the actual coin. So there might be a great vision behind Hedera, but I have to do more research on it. As I actually accidentally clicked the coin itself there. We see in the last 24 hours, we do see that 5% increase. In the last week, we see that 41 cents. It's doing pretty good things right now. We see it at 25.51% in the last week. In the last month, we did see that 234.15% increase. In the last year, we did see that 1,200% increase. Obviously, most altcoins did this large increase in the last year. So I do see a lot of potential behind HBAR. I think it'll continue to increase. We see the market cap's at about $3.2 billion. The volume in the last 24 hours sitting at $527.8 million. That circulating supply is at 7.8 billion HBAR. So with what we're seeing here, I like the idea that we went up, got our all-time high, and we came back down and stabilized, obviously, above the previous stabilization. That kind of shows that this is going to be a continued increase. Obviously, we will never know for certain, but looking at this previous increase, the previous stabilization, obviously, the fact that we stabilized a little higher this time shows that it is going the right direction. We're going to keep seeing price increases throughout the rest of 2021, hopefully, but obviously through April, we should continue to see Hedera Hashgraph in the right direction. A lot of you guys are asking about different things. Hopefully, a lot of you guys heard about the PayPal. Obviously, you can pay with Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. Obviously, if you watched my crypto news that I like to do, that segment, we did talk about that in the crypto news. I think it was the last article we talked about, but it's definitely one of the most important articles we're going to hear about probably in all of March, I would say, as we only have a day left. But yeah, it's a big deal. So that's pretty awesome as well. A lot of people asking, please advise on BTT. I did a lot of videos on BTT. I think BitTorrent is going to continue to rise. I think it's one of those coins that has a lot of potential behind it. If you guys could all hit the like button, I would greatly appreciate it. We're at 350 viewers. I can't thank you guys enough for being here today, but just smash that like button if you do appreciate the content and the grind, because Crypto Profit, this community is all about the grind. You guys have been awesome. We're making a lot of money. Hopefully, you guys are making a lot of money. We're doing well together, and I can't say thank you enough. So thank you guys for all this amazing support. What about Wabi? We can take a look at Wabi. Don't spam it too much, though. I do see Wabi. I will take a look at it here in just a second, but we do have a lot of B pros as well. I do want to correlate or go talk about B Pro for a second again, because we do have a lot of people talking about B Pro. I think B Pro is going to be a big deal. Right now, we're actually seeing a lot of just up and downs, and that's strictly because I believe there's a lot of botting going on here of trying to buy and sell short term. They know that this market is perfect for it because they know that there's a lot of potential behind B Pro, and eventually it will increase. And because of that, they are taking advantage of it, and the volume is so low that they can get away with it. So unfortunately, until BPro continues on with their network and maybe a new big news that brings a lot more people to it, I think BPro will eventually go up quite a bit. However, right now we're going to be maybe stuck for a few more weeks, maybe months. But BPro in the future, I definitely see climbing quite a bit, or quite a ways, I should say. BPro is definitely one I will be keeping an eye on, and you probably should as well. What else we got? So we do have Wabi as one of those that we want to talk about. Crow as well is one of those that we want to talk about. Crow is definitely doing big things. I think Crow will continue to do big things. Yeah, Ami is awesome. I think Ami's going to be great. And tomorrow at Uniswap, yep, I think Ami's one of those that will definitely continue to do well. A lot of people don't believe in Ami, but I definitely believe in Ami. I think it's going to, like I said, do very well. The VV app is awesome. The idea of showcase that you can kind of walk around. And then also the idea of collectibles that are rare and then less rare, and I don't know. Just the whole idea behind Ami definitely has me excited. I'm excited to see that price increase. I'm sure it will continue to increase. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, definitely subscribe to the channel. And if you haven't turned that notification bell on, make sure to turn that notification bell on as well. That's the best way to support me without actually just obviously sending me money or joining the membership. You guys can also join the membership. I will see your messages a lot easier because there is a lot of people asking a bunch of different things. And unfortunately, if you don't have a membership, your tag doesn't kind of highlight up to me, and it's kind of hard to go through this entire list and pick yours specifically, obviously. So I'll try my best to get to everyone's coins. Obviously, it's not going to be possible to get to everyone's coins every stream, unfortunately. So let's go back up to where are we talking about? Wabi. Wabi was the one we were going to talk about. VV is very cool. I agree with that. I think VV will be a large part of why obviously Ami is going to do very well. Let's take a look at what I keep forgetting what the tag was. So it was Wabi. Okay, Wabi was the one we wanted to take a look at. So Wabi is one that I have also seen a lot of people talking about recently. And I'll give you advice on Wink here in a second, Jazz Deep. Hopefully, if I remember that here just in a second. Let's take a look at Wabi. Wabi in the last 24 hours looking like did it just refresh on me? Let's refresh it. And Zuby, we'll show you what we did with our $1,000 and talk about where we are trying to go with our community portfolio actually after Wabi, because that is what this live stream is about. So we'll go head over there and look at that again. So right here, Wabi in the last 24 hours, pretty much staying even. We're going to see that it kind of went up and then obviously decreased, and now we're kind of getting that stabilization back down. In the last week, we did see overall, though, a very solid increase of about 93.53%. If we go to the last month, we're continuing to see Wabi do big things. This is definitely one of those coins that, if we go to the last year, you can see it started obviously very, very low, and it kind of stabilized the entirety of the year. And now just recently, like most altcoins, it's decided to pump. And I think Wabi, obviously with the low volume in the last 24 hours, you see a lot of potential behind this coin. The market cap is also fairly low at the 85.2 million. So Wabi does have a lot of potential behind it. Like I said, though, this is one that I have not made a video on for a reason. I have not done enough research to give you a direct price prediction on my side. I want to make sure, obviously, I do my research before giving you guys price predictions. And so I won't give you a price prediction on Wabi, but looking at the chart, it does look good. If you can get in at maybe a dip, it would be a fairly good idea to invest in for myself. My thinking for myself, obviously, I'm not a financial advisor. I will never give you financial advice. Always do your own research. However, Wabi does look fairly good if you can get in at a dip. Let's see what else we got. We had somebody asking about the portfolio, so let's take a look at our portfolio. Right now, we do have $500 in Cardano. We have $305 in Decentraland, $200 in Anchor, and then we have that $121 in Polygon. If we go over to our community tab, we did see that these were the polls. These were the results. Let's refresh it and see if anyone else voted. But obviously, these were the polls at the end of the time. So Cardano, 49%. Obviously, that got the 50% that we talked about. Then second place, we saw Decentraland got 30%. Third place, we saw Anchor get 20%, and then obviously Polygon got fourth, but I still threw $100 in there, so we're starting out actually at $1,100, and we're already making our way to that $1,129.73. So we're doing fairly well so far. Just obviously letting our money kind of sit and the coins kind of gain value on their own. If you guys haven't already subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button for sure if you guys appreciate this kind of channel and the kind of the realistic idea behind the prices. Obviously, a lot of people like the realistic prices I give. Obviously, I'm not going to be surrounded by hype. Obviously, I'm surrounded by hype, but I'm trying not to give into that hype when giving price predictions. So Let's see what else we got in the chat as we let our portfolio kind of just sit for a second. If you guys have any ideas what you guys want to do with the portfolio or where you want to send the money next, or if you want to sit on it for a little while, obviously we just made these changes, let me know, and we'll take a look at those Coinbase coins and see if we can make something happen. Obviously, if we do big things with this portfolio, we will do giveaways. Probably every couple $1,000 we'll give away $500 or $1,000 to continue to give back to you guys, make it a lot more fun that you're kind of earning your own rewards there. But let's see what else. So we have COSS, ERN. We did talk about Eternity in a video. I think Eternity is going to continue to do well. It looks like we have, yeah, let's go take a look at COS. Let me take a drink of water here while I type in COS here and see what's going on. All right, so COS or Contentos, it looks like it's doing fairly well. We have that 24-hour period. We're seeing about a 2% increase. In the last week, we do see that about 20% increase. In the last month, we see that large 201.3% increase. I think Contentos could definitely do big things. This is one coin, again, that I have not taken a look at, but just looking at this price chart, we're seeing a lot of good coins. You guys are mentioning coins that are looking very good. Try not to spam. Obviously, there's some spam going on. I'll try to put them in timeout for a second so you guys can all talk as well. I know you guys are just supporting me, but try not to spam as much as possible. I will try to look at everyone's coin, and if you're spamming, I'll try to put you in timeout for a second just so I can read other people's messages as well. THETA is one we will definitely take a look at, though, because a lot of people have been talking about THETA. I think THETA is going to be absolutely huge in the future, and there's definitely a large future behind it. But Contentos, like I said, there's not much I can tell you on Contentos. It's not one we've talked about on this channel too much, but the price chart is looking very, very solid. I think we do see just constant increases with new stabilization periods and dips that are healthy to keep this kind of on the right track without maybe a major dip incoming. I think we don't have to see a major dip here because we've seen dips every pretty much increase. We've seen a solid dip to kind of take it back down into perspective. So because of that, I think COS is at a pretty solid spot. If you can maybe buy, the next dip, that may be your best bet, as it does look like it's maybe stabilizing downhill right now, which is kind of new for it, because every time it did look like it was mostly, well, right here, I guess you saw this, but this isn't much of a stabilization. This is more of a decline. But for the most part, you're seeing just stabilizations that, are just staying either similar or increasing. This one looks like it's maybe decreasing. So if you could continue to just wait this one out and see if we do see a dip, you could buy in there and get a fairly good buy-in point. Jensen, welcome back to the stream, buddy. Another donation. I can't thank you enough. Been waiting for another live. Appreciate the work that you do. Jensen, you are an awesome supporter. Obviously, you've been around for a while, and I can't thank you enough. You have, you've thrown in some donations here and there, and like I said, I'll always remember the Jensen name. I can't thank you enough. Let's look at some more, though. I think we did want to talk about THETA a little bit, as well as VET. VET is a big one. We will talk about that one in the future, hopefully here in a second as well. Let's take a look at the portfolio again. Nothing really happening with the portfolio. Obviously, numbers aren't going to change that quickly. Decentraland looks like it's doing pretty well. Let's see what the Decentraland update is going to be for us. So it went up 1 penny or 2 pennies for us. So it's not bad. Obviously, we're going to be seeing that the trading activity right now, 53% of people... Why is this thing popping up on me? 53% of people are selling and 47% are buying. So a very good looking Decentraland. Hopefully, it doesn't dip too much. Obviously, I do think a dip is coming for Decentraland before we see another increase. However, it is pretty volatile right now. We're seeing a lot of increasing and decreasing. Can't really figure out what's going on there. If we go to the last week alone, though, it is a lot easier to see what's really happening. But let's take a look, like I said, at that THETA. THETA is one I know a lot of people love, so let's do that real quickly. AGI, we will take a look at AGI possibly as well, Effin. I'll try to get to, obviously, everyone's coins. It's going to be a lot harder. Do remember, obviously, donations. I'll always take a look at your coin. I'm not saying to donate, but if you really want me to take a look at your coin without getting mad at me, please try either to join the membership club and so I can see your messages easier, or donate. Those are the two ways to get my attention as quickly as possible, unfortunately. So thank you so much, Jensen. Like I said, I can appreciate the support enough. But let's take a look at THETA. So right now we're seeing a $12.83 THETA. Let's refresh it, make sure we get a good price. Looks like we're $12.84. Okay. So I was very fortunate on THETA. If we go to the last month, you can see where we saw a very large dip to about that 10.69 range. That is actually the last time I bought, because I think THETA won't actually go below $11 ever again. I think this could be the last time we see THETA at this 10 or 12.83 price. or I guess 1069 price. Sorry. I think THETA won't dip below $11 again is what I'm getting after. I think THETA is going to continue to increase. I think THETA is going to be an $85 coin to maybe $60 to $85 coin at the very least by the end of 2021. I think T-Fuel as well is going to increase with it, maybe making its way to $3 to $4 to $5 as well. So I think THETA, it's all around going to increase through 2021 as long as we continue with the updates and projects that we are getting. Thank you for another donation, the $2 donation, or let's see, Compound Coin. Could use some advice. Okay, let's take a look at Compound Coin. Remember, I'm not giving advice though. Jensen, thank you for joining the Crypto Bronze. I can't thank you enough. If you are on the Discord, make sure you let me know, and I will change your title in the Discord to Crypto Bronze, and you'll have that new little shiny title in the Discord. So thank you, Jensen, for that. I really do appreciate it. But let's take a look at the Compound Coin itself. We see that 21% right now are buying, 79% are selling. So that is definitely a red flag right away, I will say. So if you're not invested in Compound right now, I definitely would not invest. Maybe wait until a dip, because a dip is definitely going to be coming with a trading activity such as 21 to 79. So that's looking pretty rough right there. If we go to the last month alone, we're seeing a 3% decrease. If you aren't going to lose too much, I would actually maybe get out now. Unfortunately, you're going to be cutting some losses. But if you're okay with your money being held up there for a little while and you believe in the vision of the team, obviously holding it long term is going to be the safest, just because you're going to make your money back if you actually believe in the vision of the team and you think it's going to be sticking around for a while. It all depends on if you need your money now or you're okay with where it's at. Obviously, a volume is fairly large at 168.5 million. It's not like a very small altcoin. However, it's not insanely large as well. So a very volatile market right now. If you actually see this price is changing pretty much nonstop, it's pretty crazy. So I think Compound Coin. There's another one. Oh, sorry about that. You shouldn't have had to donate another. Oh, if I ever miss your guys, if you guys ever donate or message me and I don't respond, make sure to message me on Discord. You never have to redonate. I should be able to message you back on Discord. It just wouldn't be on the live, unfortunately, if I miss your name without the donation. But not Compound, the Compound Coin. Okay, so let's take a look at that. Thankfully, you're not in Compound because that one's not looking good. And I didn't like that I had to tell you that it may be a good time to get out of there. So the Compound Coin, we are seeing a crazy. Wow. Okay. So the price is about nothing. The market cap sitting at $63,824.99. The volume in the last 24 hours sitting at that 1,312.92, and that circulating supply at 53.7 billion comp coin. So right now, comp coin is looking fairly good. We do see in the last 24 hours about a 10% increase. This is going to be one that I really can't advise too much on, unfortunately, because the volume on this one is going to be too low. I would have to know a little bit more about the vision and everything, and I'm not going to, we can take the time to do that. Let's do it. Compound Coin. Let's see what the Compound Coin is all about, because I do not have a very good understanding of what the Compound Coin really is. It's not one I've looked at, so let's take a look. Compound Coin, interest. Okay, important Compound Coin is not the ERC token 20 listed in Binance. Okay, well. So let's just go take a look at the actual coin itself, unfortunately. But basically on this price chart alone, I can already tell you I'm not going to suggest it because of a few things, but definitely one being the fact that it is at such a low volume in the last 24 hours, and the market cap is insanely low as well. That's $63,000. This could definitely be, it could be a hidden gem. So if you know more about Compound Coin and you believe in it, you're not really risking much because of the price. So if you want to get in this and you just throw in, money that you can afford to lose, there's nothing wrong with that. You can definitely try to jump on a hidden gem that you think is, has a lot of potential behind it. But this is just one of those that I don't know enough about. I can't give you a great idea on whether or not it's a good buy. However, like I said, if you can afford to lose it and you think there's a good potential behind it, there's really nothing to lose here. Hop on in and see if you can, find this hidden gem, because this market cap is insanely low and the volume in the last 24 hours is also insanely low. So you can make some good money here. Definitely a possibility of making some good money. One thing I was going to talk about is actually, since I did that, I forget what the actual, it's pretty bad. I don't remember the Cabone. Let's see here. I can't think of the name. I can't even think of the name. We'll look at it later, but there's a coin I actually got. Kabori? Is it Kabori? It might be Kabori. It'll probably pop up for me at least when I type that in. How can I not remember the... Okay, it's not popping up. There's a coin that basically I got in at a very good price, and I was going to talk a little bit about it because it was making me some pretty good money. It was one of those hidden gems that we found off stream and off video. I don't obviously do all of my, all my content doesn't go straight onto YouTube. Obviously, I do my own research outside of YouTube as well. So there's a lot of research being done every single day, so I can stay up to date with all the coins and crypto information. Let's see. It looks like we're over 400 viewers right now. Thank you guys so much for all the support. If you guys would all hit that like button, we'd be over 200 likes in a matter of seconds. So if you guys could all spam that like button, see how fast it goes up for me, that would be awesome. Looks like we have somebody spamming one. I will definitely. We already actually took a look at one, but I'm gonna have to put you in timeout just because. No spamming. If you guys can hold it down to a minimum on the spamming so that people that are just saying it once, I can see theirs just as easily. But Anchor to the Moon. Anchor is doing very well. But we did just talk about Harmony Max. That's another unfortunate reason that we're not going to take a look at Harmony quite yet. We will take a look probably by the end of the stream. However, this was supposed to be a short stream, but with the donations coming in, with the likes coming in, with the new members coming in, I don't want to end the stream yet because you guys are supporting me like crazy. Obviously, over 400 viewers. This channel is growing insanely quick, and you guys are definitely the reason behind it, so I can't thank you enough for all that. If you guys, looks like that. Matthew, thank you for the donation. Let's take a look at BTT. BTT is one we talk a lot about on this channel for obvious reasons. I think there's a huge potential behind it. I think BTT still has a lot of potential. Let's see here. Some ISO with potential. Yeah, there is a lot of ISO with potential, Lorenzo. If you can get in on some of those ISO and get in on those coins very early, you're going to definitely reap some rewards for that. Matthew, like I said, thank you so much for the donation. Let's take a look at what you got here. So BitTorrent, 0.0042, 9% increase in the last 24 hours. If we go to the last week alone, we do see a 25.46% increase. We go to the last month, we see that 230% increase as well. We see market cap at that 4.2, that volume in the last 24 hours seeing a 1.9 billion in the circulating supply at that 990 billion BTT. I think BTT will continue to do well, like I said, because obviously if we look back at this week span, we're seeing a very gradual increase, a lot of stabilizations. However, overall, we've just straight up increased over the last week alone. If we look at the last month, we're seeing the same thing. We saw a huge increase go into a dip, into another increase, into a dip, and now kind of a gradual increase. Obviously, it's not where it wants to be yet. I think BitTorrent deserves a little bit more. I think we will see BitTorrent continue on and maybe reach that 1 to 2 cent mark by the end of March for sure. You want me to take a look at HOT? Thank you for the donation, Andreas. We will definitely take a look at HOT here in just 1 second. But BitTorrent is definitely one we believe in on this channel. A lot of people believe in it, and there's obvious reasons behind it. It's because it's one of those coins that provides a lot of utility. Obviously, I think this is the D Live one, and I think there's a lot of potential behind that partnership as well. So BitTorrent, very, very good coin. I do think there's going to be a long-term potential there for you. So Matthew, I think you're in a good coin there. Let's take a look now at the HOT for Andreas here. Jensen, thank you again for the donation. You are really killing it on the support today. Check out Metaverse DNA for me. I definitely will, Jensen. Right after this HOT, we will check out Metaverse DNA. Thank you guys so much for everyone talking in chat. I'm sorry I can't get to everyone. Obviously, the donations and the people that are members on the channel will come first, unfortunately. So you guys are very, very welcomed as well. I cannot say thank you enough. You guys are all awesome. However, I'm going to get to these donations real quick, and hopefully you guys can learn a little bit about these coins as well on the way. So HOT is one we've covered a lot on this channel as well because we saw it go up to this, all this way up to this 2 cent range. And 2 cents for HOT was something to be laughed about a couple, let's see here. February 10th, we were at 0.0011. A lot of people, if I would have said, it's going to make its way to 2 cents, they would have said, no. Long shot, buddy. And I'll tell you right now, it was a long shot, and it definitely paid off. I think Holo is one of those coins that's made a lot of people a lot of money, and I think there's obvious reasons behind Holo's increase. There's a very big potential behind this coin itself. If we go to the last, last week would be our best to see. If we can see a dip here, Holo could be a great time to buy in. If you do hold Holo right now and you're looking for longevity, I'd say to hang on to Holo because it will continue to rise. I don't think it's done yet. Obviously, it'll have to be a long-term hold because in the next couple weeks we could see Holo, decrease quite a bit, but that should be no problem. I think Holo will continue to increase overall, like I said, within the next couple months. We do see it at 137% increase in the last week, and I think, we may not see that 137% increase in the next couple weeks. However, I definitely think we will see, 5 to 10% gradual increases after a large dip. So we'll see if that large dip comes. If it doesn't, we could continue to see this one rising. Obviously, it looks like, March 30th, we had this increase. We saw a small dip, and then it did another large increase. So we could see that same sort of thing happen here. It'll be very interesting to see what happens by the end of the day. We'll see exactly what we see, I guess. Let's check out Metaverse DNA now for Jensen. Jensen, like I said, thank you so much for all the support you've shown this channel. It's people like you that really make this fun. So let's take a look at what we have on Metaverse. I think it was ETP. Hopefully I am on you said Metaverse DNA. I don't want to get you the wrong one. Let's make sure. There we go. I was on the wrong one. Good thing I went back. It's happened too many times for me. So let's take a look at Metaverse DNA. Right now, we do have a market cap at Nicole. Thank you for the donation. I will definitely take a look at BNT right after this one. I think BNT is another one that I like to talk about quite a bit because I think there is a lot of potential behind it. So thank you for the donation. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, guys. We're all at 438 concurrent viewers. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, definitely subscribe to the channel. Turn the notification bell on so that you can get up-to-date and recent information as quickly as possible. Everyone hit the like button right now. We would easily make our way to that 300 likes. So if you guys could all hit the like button, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you guys for all tuning in for today's video. Our stream, I guess, this time around. I'm so used to saying video, but the market cap right now is at 22.7 million. The volume in the last 24 hours is at a low 360,000, and the circulating supply is at that 20.1 billion DNA. So DNA is another one of those coins that we will be taking a look at quite a bit on this channel, because if we look at the last 24 hours, we do see a 17% decrease. You're going to be looking at a pretty good time to buy in. We saw in the last week a very large increase to about that 0.0014, and now we're seeing this very large decrease. If we continue to see this decrease, you could be at a pretty good buy-in point, Jensen. Hopefully you're not bought in right now, because obviously the ideal time to get out would have been at the tippity top here at that 0.0014, or at least maybe on that 0.0013 as well. However, I don't think there's going to be much of a problem. I think we do see this, recover quite a bit. I don't know much about the coin itself, so the vision behind the coin, I would have to do some research there for you. To look into the actual DNA website itself and do some more digging for you to make sure this one has a good vision. But I'm sure you think it has a good vision, because you wouldn't be investing in something or asking about something if you didn't think so. So I will tell you, this price chart alone looks fairly decent. A lot of volatility though, so you're not going to really know exactly what's coming, unfortunately. But overall in the last year, we've went down 88%. So it's not looking like this coin is doing crazy great right now. It's one of those coins. I don't know if you're I guess I wish I knew if you were invested right now, or if you're looking to invest. If you're looking to invest, I don't think it's a bad time to invest. If you are invested, it's one of those things where you've already, unfortunately, got your decrease, and I think you're going to have to stay with the long term, and hopefully you were right about the vision on the coin, and we'll see an increase. But let's take a look at Nicole's donation. Nicole, thank you again for that donation. Let's take a look at BNT. I believe we talked about, I don't know if we've talked about the BNT on a YouTube video, but we've definitely done some live stream over BNT just a little bit. You got out at 0.0013, but going to buy back during this dip. Very good job, Jensen. Yeah, you did the right thing. You got in, you got your profit, and now you're going to get back in. I couldn't have done it better myself. You're doing a great job, it sounds like. So very, very well done. Let's see what Banker BNT, like I said, we're in the last 24 hours seeing a 0.28% decrease. In the last week, we see that 0.43% decrease as well. We go to the last month. This is where we're going to see our increase. We're going to see about a 50% increase. And right now, we're actually seeing kind of a decrease within this. Since March 9th, we were at 926. Now we're at that 735. I would like to know a little bit more about Banker. I would like to do some digging on it and see why, maybe this is. Obviously, if there's no real reason behind this, that could be a little bit scary, because anytime you see just straight out decreases like this, a gradual decrease at that, you're seeing that it was probably potentially overpriced, and a lot of people are jumping off. So the popularity on Coinbase, 46 on the most held. So a lot of people are holding on to it. However, if you can see the trading activity, there is a lot more people selling right now than buying, and obviously that is not always a red flag, because it's 60-40. It's not like it's sitting at 20-80. If you ever see that, you should probably get out while you can, or just you can hang on, I guess, for the long term as well if you think the vision is good enough. But on this coin specifically, we see that the last year alone, we've done a lot of increasing, and I guess this would have helped me view it a little bit better. I should have clicked the 1 year before saying too much, because we do see that it has a increase into a dip, into another increase, into a dip, into another dip. However, if we can stabilize here, we could definitely see another increase coming. So if you have bought in on this coin, I forget your name. Let me see here. Nicole, if you have bought in on this coin already, you aren't at a bad spot. It depends if you've made money already. If you made money, you can always take your profits and hope for a dip. Obviously, I think this could be a correction coming, or at least a stabilization. Hopefully it stabilizes here so you can take a second to put more money in, because I think this one is going to continue to increase. However, with 61% selling right now, a lot of people already made their profit and they're trying to get out before maybe another potential dip. Remember, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. I will never give you financial advice. However, this one specifically looks like it could do many different things. Unfortunately, I would have to learn more about the project and see if there's any more recent news coming. You can always check coinmarketcal.com and see if there's any news coming out for Bancor Network token. If there is, then stay in, because I think it's going to go back up. I would stay in personally. I'm not telling you to stay in. Obviously, do what you think based on your research. However, it's looking pretty good. I think Bancor is one that's looking pretty good. Hey, it looks like we do have another member. Is that Cody? Cody, thank you so much for the membership. If you just did that now, I think you did. Like I said, thank you so much. I can't say thank you enough. I really do appreciate all of you guys jumping in here, showing me support with donations, and joining the channel as a member. If you guys joined the channel as a member and you are in Discord, make sure to message Crypto Profit on the Discord, and I will change your role around and get you that bronze or silver or gold membership title. So, Student Coin. Yeah, so Student Coin is one of those interesting coins. I haven't talked about STMX quite yet. Jack or Raphael, I haven't talked about STMX yet. Probably will before the end of the stream, hopefully for you. But it does look like, Cody, I did talk about Student Coin in a previous video. However, I've kind of been taken back on Student Coin a little bit. So it's doing big things. I think there's a lot of hype surrounding it. However, I do think that the hype surrounding it could be bad. If we go to the last month alone, we see obviously a lot of increasing. However, I think it could be overhyped right now. I think a lot of people have invested just recently. We saw this volume kind of increase in the last 24 hours. We see it at 723,000. If you're going to get in on Student Coin, you could probably wait for a dip. I don't think it's going to the moon without another dip, not very soon at least. And I think that if you've got in, if you got in on Student Coin at a decent price, now's not a bad time to sell. I think Student Coin, like I said, it's got some potential behind it. I've looked at their Twitter. I've looked a little bit more in detail on Student Coin, and I can't honestly say I like it as much as I did previously. So maybe if you see a very big vision on Student Coin, you believe in their future, you can go ahead and do so. But right now, I found a couple red flags that kind of pushed me away from Student Coin just a little bit. So it's up to you guys if you wanted to invest in Student Coin, obviously. However, I would take your short-term profits on this one, and then maybe hop out. Obviously, it's up to you. I would never tell you to do anything. However, Student Coin is one of those that's kind of sketchy. I've seen some posts, I've seen some things, and Student Coin, it could continue to boom. It could be fine without all those sketchy posts and everything, but we'll see what happens. I think this is one of those coins you got to be wary of. If you've made your profit, it's not a bad time to get out and maybe buy a dip if you still believe in it. But like I said, Student Coin is one of those coins I'm not as sure as I was hoping I would be when I made that video. I kind of regret making some of the content on there, because I'm looking back and I'm thinking, Student Coin, I don't know if I agree with what their vision is. Well, I don't know. It's a little sketchy. We'll see what happens with Student Coin. Crow, please. Crow. Let's take a look at Crow, because we did have a couple people asking about Crow, so we will definitely take a look. Thank you guys for all the support. We have the 2 new members. We've got a lot of donations this stream. You guys have been awesome. I really can't thank you guys enough. Let's take a look actually at the portfolio first and see our portfolio before going to the prices and taking a look at Crow. So right now we see that the portfolio is sitting at a solid $1,131. Our community portfolio is doing pretty well. We do have $501 in Cardano, $307 into Decentraland, and $200 in Anchor, and that $122 in Polygon. Decentraland is doing pretty good for us. Let's take a look. So we are at that it just went down on us, but we are at that $1.13 for a second there on Decentraland, which is bumping us up a little bit. So that is, a solid price for us. But let's take a look at Crow real quick. Green Truth, Anchor after please subbed and like. Thank you, Green Truth. I will try to take a look at Anchor. We do have a lot of videos on Anchor, so if I don't get to Anchor, definitely take a look at the videos. And Green Truth, you'll see a lot more information and a better overview probably on a video than I can do in a couple minutes. But let's see at crypto.com right here. If we continue down, if you guys don't know crypto.com, I actually have a link to a referral link to crypto.com in the description if you want to sign up for crypto.com. It's basically like Coinbase or Voyager. You can always, use crypto.com to buy coins. So right now, I think Crow is going to continue to increase. Obviously, this coin hasn't been, we saw it at that 24 cents March 24th. I don't think it's going to stay at this 22 cents for very long. I think it's going to stabilize here maybe. Then, I do see an increase coming. I think Crow is not going to be stopped here very fast. I think it's, like I said, going to continue on an increase. I think this one will be a little bit slower. However, I don't think it's going to be, 3-4x in May or by May. I think it'll be maybe a 2x by May at most. Crypto.com, it's a good website. It's a good way to invest. However, the actual coin itself, I don't see it doing huge things. I definitely see it increasing just slowly and but surely increasing. Let's take a look. Let's see. I was just checking out the chat real quick. Let me take a look at the chat and see if I'm missing anybody or any coin that's been mentioned quite a bit by a bunch of different people. If you guys want, definitely subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate all the support. You guys have been awesome this stream. And also, if you could always like the video, we are at 266 likes. If we could get that up to 300 likes by the end of the stream, I would be very, very happy. So thank you guys so much, like I said, for the support. If you guys want to join the Discord community, there is a link in the description of most videos. I don't know if it's in the description of this video, however, or this stream, but in most videos, you can go to the link in the description of the video, and you can find my Twitter and Discord, and you can join us on the community Discord, as well as follow me on Twitter there. So I really would appreciate that. It does look like we have a lot of people asking about a couple different, it's pretty much all over. You guys are asking about a bunch of different coins. So let me take a look and see if we can get a good idea on what coin we want to go for here. SmartKey, Chili's, Pundy, Cody. We talked about Cody quite a bit, so we have 3 Codys, but we just talked about Cody, so I'm not going to hop back into Cody quite yet, unfortunately. We do have a video on Cody. If you guys want to see anything about Cody, definitely take a look there. Cody, Ethereum to 10K. I think Ethereum will be a very solid coin. I know a lot of people are bashing it right now. I think Jerry NY is really bashing it. Obviously, the delay kind of made him upset about the Ethereum altogether, but yeah, I think Ethereum's going to continue to go up. I think obviously until Cardano proves themselves, Ethereum will still be, it'll be what it is, and it'll easily be the undervalued coin. I think a lot of people on this channel actually, I think when we did the, let's go back to, I think the community, if we can hop out of this poll, let's go to another poll here. As we slowly, there we go. Will BTC reach 100,000 or ETH reach 4,000 first? Try to keep the spam to a minimum, guys, in the chat, unless there's just that many people asking for a different coin and there's that many people chatting it up. But try to keep the spam to a minimum if you could. But it looks like will BTC reach 100,000 or ETH 4,000 first? We did see BTC Bitcoin winning by quite a large margin. A lot of people bashing on ETH, and I think it's pretty crazy because ETH is one of those coins that has a lot of utility. I think that a lot of people love ETH, and obviously if they continue on the right direction and they keep updates going for ETH, we could see a very, very large coin increase on ETH. So I think ETH does have a very, very large future. Can you take a look at UMX? Yeah, we'll take a look at UMX. Sounds good. As I click the portfolio, let's go back and UMX. Okay, so UMX right now, we have the market cap at 34.5 million. The volume in the last 24 hours sitting at 3.3 million, and that circulating supply at that 6.5 million UMX. Right now, in the last 24 hours, we did see quite a decrease. However, it says a 1.36% increase. If we actually take a look at the last 24 hours, we can see this, decrease slowly over time. Definitely decreasing. And if we go to the last week alone, we see that 12.92% decrease overall. Jensen, check out Superbid. Again, appreciate your work. Jensen, thank you so much for the constant donations. I really can't thank you enough. You've been truly a great supporter throughout this whole channel, and you're one of the best supporters we've got on this channel. So I can't thank you enough. Thank you guys all for tuning in for today's stream, though. I really do appreciate everyone being here and just chatting it up and being with the community and doing some research with us. But like we said, UMX, let's take a look at this one for Drew real quick. So Drew, I think this one I would have to do obviously research on. I don't know too much about UMX myself before I give you a price prediction. However, with the charts, with the way they're looking right now, we have seen a double increase into a dip, a very large dip, into a small stabilization for what, a day? Not even a day, just for a couple hours. And now we're seeing another increase into another dip. So there's a lot of movement right now with UMX. It doesn't look like it's been around for too long. January 10th. So this one has a lot of movement going on. If we go to the last week, we are seeing it maybe at a decent spot to buy in, as we're seeing kind of a dip, and we saw our all-time high at that $7.40 mark, 49 cent mark. Cody, do I talk to any of the moderators in the Discord about joining? The Discord appears to me rather empty, quiet. No, it should definitely be moving. All you'll have to do is hit the thumbs up and verify that you are a legit person, not a bot. So you just go to the verification channel and hit the thumbs up, and then you can contact any of the mods or myself, and we will give you that role. Thank you for joining the channel, Cody, again. I do appreciate it. But yeah, UMX is looking pretty good. I do like the way UMX is looking. I do think you're going to have a good chance to buy in at a pretty solid price if you haven't already. Obviously at 539 right now, and we saw all the way at 749 just 6 days ago. So yeah, I think UMX, it's looking pretty solid. I do want you to be aware that I'm not a financial advisor, so always do your own research. However, this is looking like a fairly good price chart. As it continues to decrease, you're going to be even getting a better and better price. Hopefully you got in at a good price, or if you're looking to get in, maybe wait for another dip, as I think there will be another dip after, two solid, very solid increases. Well, I guess really kind of 3 solid increases. You're going to have a chance at getting a good buy-in spot for sure, I believe. Let's take a look at that other donation. So we had Jensen. Check out Superbid. Again, appreciate your work. So yeah, I will definitely check out Superbid. Techno, $5. Thank you. What's the potential in Anchor? We will definitely take a look at Anchor, Techno. Thank you for the donation. I think you've donated before to the live stream. So again, thank you very much. You are another one of those supporters that keeps coming back and supporting the channel. So I can't thank you enough. Let's take a look, like I said, at Superbid first, then we'll take a look at Anchor. We still do have over 400 viewers on the live stream. If you guys all hit the like button right now, we would easily make our way past that 300 likes. If you guys could all do so, that would be awesome. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, definitely subscribe to the channel and turn notifications on so you can get that most recent up-to-date information on crypto profit. This channel, we've tried to grind for a while now, and we are continuing the grind. We're going to get you guys hopefully as much money as possible on our way up to the top. So right now we are at 24-hour, in the last 24-hour period on Superbid, we see that 11.44% increase. Obviously a fairly solid increase. We see the last week alone a 23.51% decrease. So Superbid is on a a fairly solid decrease right now. The last month alone is actually at a 19.25% decrease as well. So because of this, it could look like a potential stay away from this one. As it continues down, you're getting a fairly solid price. However, it's not been out for very long, just since March 15th. We would have to take a look at the actual Superbid website itself. This could definitely be a hidden gem, however, because of what Superbid is. Let's take a look actually at what Superbid, the website itself, is real quickly. Superbid.io. Looks like I have been here before. It was purple. Oh, Superbid. Yeah, this is one that I actually did like quite a bit. This is one I think that I was looking at on one of my, I don't know if it was on one of my hidden gem videos or not, but Superbid, yes, I think there's a lot of potential behind this. I think it may still be overpriced because everyone knew the potential behind it originally. But if you can wait a little bit, obviously they set up an auction, reward bidders, and then make money, and then you can learn more about this whole process here on the website. But Superbid definitely looks pretty cool. I think there is potential behind it. I think if you just wait this one out, see how low you can get it. Because I think it's not done going low. If it goes maybe back above that 55-cent range, you may want to get in because it will probably continue to stabilize or increase at that point. However, if we see it continue to decrease below that 37-cent range, you're going to get in at a fairly good price. Right now, the volume's only at 65,000, so you're still getting in at a very good time to get in if you're looking for a hidden gem. Just make sure you're using money that you can afford to lose. Obviously, with something like this, it is a hidden gem, so you have potential to. Thank you for Mod Bice. Thank you for the helping out with the chat as well. It has potential to do big things, I think. Superbid definitely has potential to increase in profits for sure. So thank you so much for the donation and looking at Superbid with me. I think Superbid, like I said, if you go to their website, it looks very good. I think the idea behind it is very solid. I think Superbid will continue to do big things. Obviously, right now, the coin itself doesn't look like it's doing anything good, but I think over time it definitely will. So if you can get in at a good price, it's not a bad idea to do so. Technotrance, thank you for the $5 donation. What's the potential in Anchor? So let's take a look at the potential in Anchor because a lot of people have been asking about Anchor specifically recently. So we have done, I think, 3 or 4 videos just recently on Anchor because of all the movement it's done and a lot of people asking about it. So if you want to do so, definitely take look at those videos as well. Thank you guys all so much for the support. You guys put us above that 300 likes, and we've had 2 new members joining the channel today, and I can't say thank you enough. You guys are awesome. The Anchor itself, right now we have a 65% buy, 35% sell. We're sitting at about 17 cents in the last 24 hours. We do see that 0.37. Oh, it went up a little bit. We're now at that 17 cents. We're moving up. and obviously right back down, it looks like, possibly. But in the last 24 hours, not much movement. And we go to the last week, though, this is where we see a large amount of movement. We talked about Anchor, when it was maybe at 10 cents or so. So it's went up 7 cents since then, which is a solid increase. Thank you guys for all of the support. I really do appreciate all these donations coming in. Hasm, another one that has donated before as well. Marquise, Walls, we will take a look at both of your donations here in a second. But Anchor, yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of potential behind this one. I think, obviously, if we look at the last month, we did see its all-time high around that 22-cent range. We could see another dip before increase. However, we've kind of seen a downwards stabilization, so I think that we could definitely see an increase as well. Unfortunately, on this, there's not enough information coming within the last month because it's just been a gradual increase since, if we go to the llast year, we can see that it's pretty much been a gradual increase since the beginning. There's not much movement going on, unfortunately. So with the last week alone, we're seeing, a lot of potential coming into this. I think, like I said, in the last month, we saw, this slow decrease. I could see an increase coming for sure with Anchor, or like I said, a potential decrease, giving you a good chance to buy in at the dip. If you're looking to buy Anchor right now, could be also a decent time, as we kind of did do a stabilization / decrease, so you'd be getting a decent price. But there could be a fairly decent sized dip coming as well. So on Anchor, something like this, you're seeing a 65% buy, 35% sell. So it does look like it's still a green light, potentially a good chance to buy in at a low price. I do want you guys to make sure you check the vision on some of these, because even if you're trying to make short-term profit, you want to check the vision on these before buying, specifically because these could take a couple months to recover from a big dip, and a big dip is always possible. So if it's a good vision, you won't be too worried, because you're going to get your money back either way if everyone understands the potential behind it. So I think Anchor is in a good spot still. Still a decent spot to look into. Marquise, Walls, let's take a look at DGTX for you. Skyrocketed before, it had a working platform, slowly making its way back up now that they are almost up and running. So they're not up and running yet, and they're still making a way back. I think that could be great. Hang time, buy Anchor at 11 cents. That is an awesome purchase. I don't know, did you sell it? Did you sell your Anchor, or do you still have it? Because that is a great purchase either way. I'm typing in Marquise instead of DGTX. Let's type in DGTX and see what we got. So it looks like DGTX in the last 24 hours is sitting at about 35% of an increase. So we go to the last week alone, we see that about 40% increase. So we can say the last month. You're right. We did see that huge uptick here. I would assume a lot of hype involved. Techno, you absolutely killing it. Thank you so much. $50 donation. If you have anything you want me to take a look at, I will do an in-depth, detailed kind of look into it if you want me to, Techno. I can't appreciate your support anymore. A $50 donation from you. I can't say it enough. Thank you so much for the donation. But let's take a look at Marquise DTTX. So like I said, this is doing a very interesting chart here. But you gave me some details on it. So slowly making its way back up now that they're almost up and running. So hopefully you bought in at a good point, Marquise. So if you understand that they're slowly coming to be back up and running, I would assume when they're back up and running, they're going to be at a higher point than they were before when they weren't up and running, unless there's unpromised potential there. So definitely take a look and see if there's anything they're not going to be able to promise or keep their promise on. I think that DGTX could definitely continue to do big things, though. However, I would say this could be a good buy-in spot. I think you're actually at a good spot. Obviously, we did see this green candle here. Hopefully, you bought in before this large increase. If you were looking into it, if you didn't, I think it'll probably decrease before. Like you said, the project isn't out yet, so it'll probably decrease back down, and you'll still be able to find a good buy-in spot. But I think DGTX obviously depends on the vision and what they are trying to accomplish and the utility of the token and everything. But if you see a good vision in it, I think DGTX could be a pretty good buy right now. Hasm, let's take a look at BLES. Thank you for the support, Hasm. Like I said, I think you've been here quite a bit in the streams. I think you've donated before as well, so I can't thank you enough for continuing to come back to the stream and support the channel. BLES, am I typing in that? So Coinbase might not have it. Let me go to CoinGecko real quickly and see what we have with BLES, and then we will see what else we got. Techno, like I said, thank you so much for that $50 donation. I can't say that enough. That's what makes this streaming thing so fun. I really do have a lot of fun. You guys are awesome. Everybody in this chat, I really do appreciate everyone here. You make crypto so much more fun than it already is somehow. So if that's even possible, everyone loves. I mean, you guys all have a lot of fun. Toying with crypto, finding out which one makes you the most money. Obviously, it's a lot more fun when you're making money. But BLES, I'm assuming this is one of those potential hidden gems. If we go to the last 7 days, we're seeing that it actually has only been out for 3 days. Wow. Okay, so this is definitely a new one, a potential hidden gem, I'm assuming. If we see that 16.5% decrease in the last 24 hours, so we're seeing a potential good spot to buy as well. Right now, we're seeing it at $5.82. Hopefully, that's not overvalued. Let's take a look at the actual market cap itself. Market cap sitting at $39,000 as well. So it is available on PancakeSwap, it actually looks like, and Uniswap. So it's very easy to get for most people. That is awesome as well. So there is potential on that. I think that's always a big thing to look at. Is the coin itself hard to get, or when they introduce it to Uniswap and PancakeSwap, will we see a large increase because a lot more people are able to go out and retrieve it? So far, looking at this chart in the last 7 days, we're seeing, like I said, we don't have much information to go off on the price chart analysis here, but let's take a look at the actual website and see what Blind Boxes actually does and the utility behind it. I was just going to look through the chat, see if Techno said anything, because Techno, like I said before, you are awesome. Thank you so much for that support. Unbox rare digital collectibles. Discover emerging NFT creators. Okay, so there is a lot of these coming out right now, and I think you guys should be a little bit worried about that. If you're investing in this kind of thing, you will there will be one winner, right? There usually seems to be, there was Google, there was Yahoo, there was AskJeeves.com or whatever, and now there is just pretty much, let's be honest, just Google. So there always is one outlier. There always is usually one winner that kind of performs everyone else. So if Blind Boxes is that, you are looking at a potential gold mine, obviously. But right now we're sitting at 580. Was it 582? Blind Box is the idea behind this unboxed rare digital collectibles. If it's something with RNG, I think that will obviously be a very big opportunity for them to make a lot of money. People love the idea of gambling when it doesn't get called gambling. And that's basically what this is it's kind of gambling with the idea of, you don't know what's in the box. You get something valuable or you get something that's garbage. And I think this could be big. Obviously, a very good find by you. I think Blind Boxes is not overvalued right now. I think this is going to continue to rise actually in value based on what I'm seeing here. Is it just artwork? Let's see here. Discover emerging NFT creators. So I'm assuming this is artwork as long as I'm not sure on NFT creators right now what the big names are, unfortunately. So I don't know, what art, and I don't want to even say his name. I don't want to try to pronounce that, or Lucy. I don't know these names, but I will say it depends on the artist that they're able to retrieve. Obviously, if they have a bunch of no-named artists and the art's cool, it doesn't really matter if they're from no-named artists. So that is something to look into. But Blind Boxes, the idea behind it is great. I just want to make sure they are, they are providing good artwork in return. So we'll see how this goes. I would say you're getting in at a pretty good time, though, because it does seem like it's, came out 7 days ago. You're seeing a decrease. A lot of people probably bought right away trying to get that big chance at that small amount, $3.23. But you're coming right back down to that spot. If you waited this one out, I think you will continue to see a decrease before an increase. So if you want to wait that out, you could probably get a fairly good dip and a fairly good purchase point. So if you want to wait that out and get a better entry point, that's definitely a possibility. I would definitely keep Blind Boxes on your watch list, everyone. I think this is potentially a very big buy. Obviously, if they do it right, the website looked fairly awesome as well. Obviously, a lot has to do with graphics and how they do everything and advertise, and we'll see how it goes. I think Blind Boxes, like you said, is a very, very big potential behind it. It hasn't been out for very long, so I can't give you much price analysis. However, like I said, it looks pretty good. So let's see what else we got in the chat here, guys. Let's take a look. Simon Waxon, you have definitely donated before as well, and I can't say thank you enough. You guys have been absolutely killing it on the donations and joining the channel as a whole. You guys are awesome. And Simon, what's the biggest threat to cryptocurrencies? The biggest threat to cryptocurrencies, obviously, I think a lot of threat is there's a bunch of different threats, to be honest. Hasm, thank you for the $5 donation. You don't have to donate to say thank you, but I understand the love from behind it. So thank you so much, Hasm. I appreciate it. So Simon, there's a lot of threats to cryptocurrencies right now, but I don't think any of them are big enough to actually, threat cryptocurrencies, I guess, if that makes sense to you. So there's a lot of potential threats, but I don't think any of them are actually going to be large enough to, withstand or, take it down. 20K subs, not much of a reputation. I'm not sure what Explosive's talking about, but Simon, like I said, I don't think there's too much that threats cryptocurrency right now. Unfortunately, the fiat currency is kind of dying slowly. A lot of inflation going on. A lot of people are worried about it. I think everyone's going to be turning to cryptocurrencies. I heard a stat. I don't know how accurate this stat is, so take this into consideration when I say it. 60% of people or of people are in the stock market, but only 1% are in cryptocurrencies. So understand how crazy that is. I love JRNY Crypto. He's awesome. I agree with that, Merc. But yeah, I would take that into consideration here. Not very many people are in cryptocurrencies yet. I think cryptocurrencies are going to be the way of the future, obviously. I think a lot of people are going to be investing in cryptos and stocks when they're doing their 401k. Like I said, I think retirement plans are going to start incorporating crypto, and the more and more people involved, obviously, the earlier you are investing in these cryptocurrencies, the more you're going to benefit and reap those rewards. So I don't think there's too much of a threat right now to cryptocurrencies. Obviously, there's a lot of scamming going on and everything, so you could always be wary of that. But like I said, I don't think there's anything that's going to really stop cryptocurrencies. I think they're continuing to be better and better every time we look at them. So I think there's more and more utility coming out on them, and I think there's going to continue to be that more and more potential behind them. MTV Multivac, please. Okay, let's take a look at MTV. Thank you for the donation, by the way, Maverick. I really do appreciate it. Awesome support today in the stream. I really do appreciate it, guys. We've been over 400 viewers for about an hour now, hour and 20 minutes. So you guys have been absolutely killing it. I can't say thank you enough. I thought this was going to be about a 20 to 30 minute stream. We were just going to talk about the community portfolio and be done, but you guys are continuing to push this one along, and I can't say thank you enough because I've enjoyed every minute of it with you guys. So thank you so much, and let's take a look at this price chart. So right now we do see that in the last 24 hours we saw that 8% decrease. In the last 7 days we see a 60% increase. In the last 14 days we see that 97.7% increase as well. The last 30 days is where we're going to see a huge 520% increase. So this is another one I haven't heard much on. So Multivac, I'm not sure what it all entails. Let's take a look at the actual website itself. Thank you for the support, Maverick. Like I said previously, thank you. So Multivac, pioneering flexible blockchain platform based on trusted sharding. So what is Multivac? Multivac is the next generation of public blockchain designed for large-scale and complex distributed applications, all-dimensional sharding, blockchain. Okay, so high TPS and infinite expansion as well. I like the way this is looking so far. This is a nice looking chart right here. I'll tell you what, this is goes into details. Kind of shows you the node expansion into the economy, market, and network service, and then the engineering platform as well. Then they talk about their partners as well. Obviously, a lot of people are talking about Anchor just this stream alone, and that is one of their ecosystem partners. So that is pretty cool as well. If they had a roadmap, I'm not sure if they have a roadmap on here. That is usually a great way to learn more about their utility and what they're trying to accomplish in their vision as well. So that would be a great way to learn more. I don't see anything right now. If we go to their blog, let's see how recent and up to date so 12 hours ago they did a monthly report for March 2021. New roadmap released. What do you know? Okay, so I'm already a very big fan. Let's read more and see. Check this roadmap out. If it brings us there, it does look like it has us jumping through a little bit of the hoops to get there, but okay, so it's not the roadmap we were hoping for, really, but the idea behind it is still good. I think this is one of those that continues to have potential behind it as well. It's one that I would have to look more into, obviously, before giving you a price prediction. However, if we go look at the last 30 days, we do see that it went from about 0.0008 March 10th all the way up until March 26th. We're seeing that large 0.004 instead. Very big increases coming with this coin. I think if we look at the last 90 days as well, that's going to give us a better 30 days was actually probably better for us since there was this huge stabilization period before. Looks like it was before about March 9th we saw a huge stabilization period. While looking at this, I do see that we see a lot of just ups and downs, not much sense being made here. I think it's just because that volume is, like I said, very low. Okay, so we do have 1,265,000 as the volume in the last 24 hours, which is fairly low, and that's why we're going to see these actually being probably even lower. The volume is actually a little bit higher there. So if we go down to recently, the 24-hour volume has decreased quite substantially, so that's something to be aware of if you're planning on investing in this. I think there will be even a larger dip coming, so definitely, be wary of that. There's probably a larger dip incoming, and try to buy that dip if you haven't bought in yet. If you've bought the dip, if you think there's a clear vision behind Multivac, you believe that it will continue to be used, and there's going to be a lot of use cases for it, then you're probably safe in sticking and holding on to it. That's up to you. But I do think this, there's a lot of potential behind this one. Kirk Falker. Dude, you are rad. Kirk, thank you for the donation. No coin to look at or anything. You just straight up with a dude, you are rad. I really do appreciate it, Kirk. You guys have been awesome this stream. Now we're at that, we're kind of viewers are dwindling off just a little bit. We have hit that 339 likes, though. If you guys can continue to like the video or the stream, and then also, if you guys haven't already, definitely subscribe to the channel and turn notifications on so you can be notified every time we do a stream, as well as any videos. Please eBoost EBST. We have a lot of people asking about Chili's as well. A lot of people asking about Loom. A lot of Zap as well. Okay. I will probably take a look at one more and call it a day unless any donations or, members join in. Looks like American Pipeliner, $5 donation. Thank you so much, American Pipeliner. I really do appreciate the $5. If you have a coin you want us to take a look at, make sure you let me know, and I will try to take a look at it. STMX is on one. Oh, I think I did promise STMX earlier, so STMX might be the one we look at. I know you're asking about Juan. Louis, I'm so sorry. We got like one more to take a look at. Please, oh my gosh, there's so many people. I did check out BTT already, Mustafa, so unfortunately I'm not going to check out BTT again. You can check out the beginning of the stream if you want to see that. Harmony 1, another one that you want us to look at. Oh my gosh, there's so many. It's hard to turn somebody down. Cody is asking about VET, and he is a member, so we will take a look at VET. But we already said something about STMX. Let's take a look at STMX. I've seen STMX a couple times in the chat. Unfortunately, we're going to take a look at STMX just because I did promise it, I believe, earlier in the chat. Cody, usually I would give it to the member, but I did promise STMX earlier. So let's take a look at STMX. Unless anything comes in, we will probably be, this might be our last coin taking a look at. So let's go to the actual website itself. We've talked about this one a lot in previous videos as well. So if you want to get a better overview of what STMX is and the price prediction on STMX, definitely take a look at a previous video. CHZ is good. You're very right. I think CHZ is great. Let's go 24-hour stream. Maxi, that's not a bad idea in the future maybe to do a 24-hour stream. I think I would probably die because of how many words I put in my streams. I'd say I've got to be up there in the words. Good work, bro. VROX, please, sir. Okay, now we're getting some donations because people want to people want me to take a look at some coins. So we will take a look at everyone's donations and their coins. However, we're gonna work through it. We're gonna get through this, guys. So we're gonna take a look at StormX, the easiest way to earn crypto. No complicated crypto jargon. Just sign up, shop, and start your crypto cashback journey. Who said crypto had to be hard? We talk about this one a lot in our videos because it is one that has a very big potential behind it. Journey and our JRNY or Journey did talk about this one as well, and it had a very big increase after we talked about it. I think this one's going to continue to do big things because obviously, if you go down to the memberships, we're gonna see that it does have cashback rewards based on your membership level: bronze, silver, gold, platinum, and diamond, based on the amount of STMX you currently hold in stake. So I think a lot of potential behind this coin. I think it'll continue to rise. If you want to go to my last video, I'll give you exact price predictions. However, I'll just look at the price chart here so we can continue on. So 7 days. If we go to the last 7 days, we do see March 24th. Well, let's go to the last 14 days, actually. We're going to see a better view. So yeah, I'm stuck, Cody. That's actually, I feel like that could definitely happen to me. I could be stuck here for a while if they just kept rolling in. But hopefully, we'll see if I can get out of here at a decent time today. But there's so much fun involved with crypto. I can never stop the stream, but we'll see how long this one goes. So we do have March 18th, 2021. We see it at about that 4-cent mark. We do see this increase up to about 8 cents. We saw a stabilization into a decrease, now an increase, and now a stabilization into an increase, now another stabilization, but this stabilization looks very solid. I think there is going to be an increase, or at least a gradual increase over time. I think StormX is going to be one of those long-term potential holds that a lot of people are going to be happy they stuck with it. I think StormX, like I said, is going to be, I think by the end of, or mid-May, or mid-April, sorry, we will see StormX reaching right close to that 8 cents yet again. I think it may not hit that all-time high, but it'll be right next to it. So I think StormX, very big potential behind it, obviously. So let's go take a look at VEROX next. VEROX is one of those that a lot of people have been asking about, and then we just got a donation for it. So let's take a look at VEROX for SB. SB, thank you so much for the support, and let's take a look. Let's see what we got. So VEROX, let's take a look at the actual, did I not type it in? I did, I just didn't click it. Okay. So VEROX, let's go to their website, see what it's all about, and then let's get a little, let's look a little bit into the price chart itself. When DeFi meets artificial intelligence, VEROX is the artificial intelligence investment manager for crypto and DeFi. We fuse the enterprise or expertise of select crypto partners with artificial intelligence to achieve above human performance. It's actually kind of hard to read that when the background's doing what it's doing right now. That's pretty crazy background. I like it, but it's tough to read that stuff. So if you go to become an investor, you can actually invest. It looks like what is Verox? They talk about it's the first ever digital platform for all-in-one crypto and DeFi financial needs. It is a personalized advisor, product analyzer, and a financial content provider. So I like the idea behind it. We're not going to read too much into it, though. We're going to go to the roadmap itself, and you can actually see more about the Verox roadmap. We won't go into too much details here, as it looks like it's quite a bit of information. They didn't do much of a bullet points on this, it doesn't look like. However, Verox sounds good. Let's take a look at the actual chart itself, though, and see if there's any potential like we talked about. Looks like in the last 24 hours, we did see a 40% decrease. About 7 days, we saw a 43.6% decrease. And in the last 14 days, we saw a 54% decrease. So a lot of decreasing going on. Maybe there's news I don't know about. I would definitely look into this before investing. However, we are at a very good dip point. If you think there's a large potential behind this coin, this is probably your last chance to get in at this rate. If there's potential behind this coin, because this is a massive drop, and you're probably getting in. You're getting in. Yeah, March 11th, you could have got the same price. However, that was a while back, and I don't know if it'll continue to dip like this, if there's actual true potential behind it. So, I mean, a great spot to jump in. I would have to know more about it, obviously, to tell you if it's a good buy or not. However, based on what I was looking at, it doesn't look like it's a bad buy, as long as there's no recent news or information out there that is making this dip happen. Obviously, the market cap is very low, and then obviously you look at the trading volume. It's only at $4,962, so that thing can happen very, very quickly and quite a lot when there's pretty much no volume involved in the last 24 hours. Let's take a look at the last donation now. Jensen, ILV or Illuvium. Let's take a look at that. Jensen, thank you so much for the support. You have been, like I said, one of the best supporters here on the channel. You guys are awesome. Cody, thank you so much for the support as well. A lot of you guys have just been absolutely supporting this channel since day one, and I can't thank you enough. Let's take a look at Illuvium. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button and notifications. Turn those on so you can get those most recent up-to-date information as quickly as possible. I really do appreciate everyone tuning in today. You guys have been awesome, like I said. So, Illuvium, or ILV, there is nothing here on Illuvium. Did I type the wrong thing in? That is always a possibility. It's not looking good. I don't see anything on Illuvium. Let's take a look at... Just type it in here and see. Oh, it's an ISO drop. Is it not dropped yet? Illuvium, a strange striking land that hides many secrets. Telemetry showed no planet in the habitable zone of the system, yet you are here, crashed and deserted. Token sale starts March 30th. Oh, okay, so it's a new one. Total tokens, 10 million. Available for tokens for sale, 10%. Okay, so this is very interesting. So this is just coming out today. Let's take a look at the additional links here and see what's that could be a good series as well as maybe a an ICO or a initial token sales, just so we can get idea of what coins are initially coming out and what you can invest in for the future right away. That'd be a decent idea. It looks like their Medium website might be down. Okay, there we go. Let's see if we see much here. So promo NFT rewards participants in the BL. I don't know if I'm even on the right Illuvium. It says Illuvium, so let's go with it. In-game purchases. So shard curing used for catching alluvials, travel, crafting, cosmetics, revival. So is it a gaming coin itself? I would have to do more research on this one for you and talk about it again, gents, and maybe make a video on it, because if this is really actually that if it's really this new, this could be it could be another hidden gem. I want to get to the actual website itself, but it doesn't look like there we go. Okay, so balancer sale live here. Let's go to the live sale and see what we got. So you can swap ETH for ILV right now. Actually, very, very cool. It shows the tokens left. If you guys want, you could get in on this right now. How to claim Bouncer NFTs. Purchase your ILV during the sale. For every 1 ETH you spend in the sale, you will earn 1 point. Important, do not sell ILV or make transfers from your wallet, as doing so forfeits your right to claim NFTs. Wait until the sale ends. Go to the NFT website. Click here. Okay, so very cool idea behind this. I think this is looks good. Welcome to Illuvium, an open world RPG adventure game built on the Ethereum blockchain. Journey across a vast, varied landscape on your quest to hunt and capture deity-like creatures called, I think I'm saying it right when I say alluvials? Alluvials? I don't know. Discover the cause of a cataclysm that shattered this land. Build the perfect team. Okay, so you build a team. This is what it looks like. A huge roster to collect, backed by the blockchain. Say goodbye to gas. Enjoy a new era of NFTs thanks to integration with Immutable X. Zero gas fees for peer-to-peer trading with instant transactions, all while you securely maintain custody of your assets. So very cool. I like the idea behind this very, very much. This is a very good one too, Jensen. I like that you sent me this. It is very informative. I think there's a lot to this, and I think there's a lot of potential behind something like this. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I haven't seen much, maybe like this come out. I think the Illuvium is definitely special here. Let's see if we can check the trailer. I don't know if I can do the trailer because it might be copyright, I guess, infringement there if we do the trailer. However, I do suggest definitely going to the Illuvium website and checking out the trailer because this could be a very big buy here. I think this is a lot of potential behind this one. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, definitely subscribe to the channel. We will check back on this one next stream, Jensen, for sure, if I don't do a video on it before then, because I think this one could have a lot of potential, and I'm very interested to see where it goes. That one does sound very cool. Mini Bees, I definitely agree. I think this one's very cool. I haven't seen anything like this come out that looks this good, so we'll see how it goes. QuantStamp having big customers already. Please review prop low cap gem. QuantStamp, that's actually funny that you say that because that is one we covered, I believe, in just our last episode of hidden gem hunting. That is one that I believed was a very big possibility of being a hidden gem. So I agree with you there completely. If you go watch the last episode, I believe it was the last episode, we talked about QuantStamp and how the potential behind that one was huge. So I agree with you there completely on that one. Freeze your frame. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for today's stream. It was awesome. Let's go to the portfolio here. Let's take a look at our community portfolio one more time before we end the stream, as it looks like we won't be able to actually do so. Well, let's just hit sign in here. You guys can see my my email that I used, but I'm not too worried about that. I don't actually use that email for anything anymore, so we'll keep it there. It's not letting me in. What's going on here? There it goes. There we go. We're back in on Coinbase. We have that 1,134.79 on our portfolio. Let's go to the portfolio itself, though, and see what we're at. So the Cardano at 506, the Decentraland 305, Anchor at 201, and then we have that Polygon at 121. Very, very good. I think we are moving up in the right direction. Obviously, 1,134.79. If you guys have any ideas on what you want to do with this, definitely discuss it in the Discord, and you can join our community in the Discord in the link below, or it's on previous videos if you want to go in the description and find the Discord link and the Twitter link to follow me as well for most recent up-to-date information. You guys have been awesome this stream. I am going to end it here. How much does ILV cost? That's a good question. Let's take that. Let's take a look at that real quickly. So let's do ILV. If one ILV is 0.045 ETH, is that correct? I would assume so. And let's take a look at doesn't give us much information right here besides the total tokens. Total token sale is active, 5 million received. So you can actually go to their website and their Twitter as well. Let's take a look at their Twitter and see if anything is going on with their Twitter. I'm sure they're talking about it. I'm going to follow them because I'm definitely interested in this one. Collection and auto battler game. I think this is a very cool idea behind this. I'm very excited for this one. I think I definitely will, if not invest, definitely take a look at it at the very least and see what it's all about. The current price, $95 is what it looks like. So they really do believe in their tokens. I think that is not a bad price. We'll see. I think a lot of what you're paying for in the beginning, though, if you buy now, I think you do get some NFTs. If you buy right now, you go to the NFT claims website here, and this will be the only go live at the conclusion of the bouncer sale. So I think a lot of that is you're maybe paying for, the idea of that NFT. Very interesting. Thank you guys so much for the live stream. I really do appreciate it. Mini Bees, thank you for the stream. Now go take a breather, and you deserve it. I definitely do need a little breather. Thank you, Melbourne. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really, like I said, you guys are awesome. Your top 5 cryptos in your portfolio. No, those are, so these, you're asking what my top 5 cryptos are in my portfolio. I'll have to answer that next stream. If you want to ask that same question, I will definitely go ahead and answer that for you. Like I said, guys, I am done. I am out of here. Thank you guys so much for the fun we had this stream, for all the donations, for joining the channel. I can't thank you guys enough. Thank you guys for the $50 donation. Techno, I really do appreciate that as well. You guys are awesome. I'll see you all in the next stream.